Tonight I watched a delightful comedy from New Zealand. It was written and directed by Taika. I'm going to say his last name totally wrong. I'm sorry. Taika Waititi. Hope I said that right. I have not seen any of his other films, but he did last year. He did What We Do in the Shadows, which was the best reviewed comedy on Rotten Tomatoes last year. It won the Golden Tomato Award for comedy, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't see it because I wasn't watching films directed by men last year, and I think now it's on Netflix, or it was for a while, so I clearly need to watch it because this one I watched today was hilarious. He also did a film a few years back called Boy, which was the highest grossing film in New Zealand of all time, or New Zealand film of all time. And this film that I just watched, which was called Hunt for the Wilderpeople, is now the highest grossing film in New Zealand. And I guess he made like a statement apologizing to the director of the previous film, even though they're both him, which I just think is delightful. He was also nominated for an Academy Award for a short film that he made in 2004, and he lost to Andrea Arnold, and the video is on YouTube, and it is delightful, and I guarantee you that if you love either or both of them, you will love that video. Anyways, so Hunt for the Wilderpeople, it stars Sam Neill and Julian Dennison, who I haven't seen in anything, but I guess he won a New Zealand Film Award for a film that he made a few years ago. He's a youngin'. Based on a novel by Barry Crump. I'm not sure who Barry Crump is, to be honest. I think it's just very New Zealand. It's about a kid played by Julian Dennison who is in the foster care system and just can't, like, this is at the end of the line for him, and he's in the middle of been taken to the middle of nowhere, where a woman takes him in, and her husband is played by Sam Neill, and he's a little grumpy, and the woman sort of melts this kid's heart and bonds with him, and he feels like he's finally found like home, and they like give him a dog, and it's very adorable. And then unfortunately some things go down, and the woman can't take care of him anymore. I don't really want to spoil it. I'm kind of spoiling it. And he runs away, and the Sam Neill character goes to find him, finds him in the bush, and it's, sort of like Australia, with only it's instead of like an open like desert bush, it's more like a giant forest. And obviously he's not going to be able to take care of himself there. And the Sam Neill character is trying to take him home when he breaks his foot. This is all in the trailer, by the way. So he breaks his foot, and they have to camp out for a little bit while his foot heals. And while doing so, it appears that he's kidnapped this kid, and now there's this giant manhunt for him. And the rest of the film is this like ridiculous farce as they decide to keep hiding from the law and kind of stay together. And it's about the building of a family unit, basically, and the sort of healing of two wounded people with lots of comical New Zealand antics. There are two things I want to warn people about. One, there's some kind of graphic hunting. It's comically graphic, but if you're not cool with hunting, you probably won't like it. And then there's an animal that dies. I'm not going to say what animal, but it dies, and you should prepare yourself for that, because I know that it makes a lot of people upset. Made me a little upset. Otherwise, this is a perfect film. I laughed from start to finish. I just was filled with joy through this whole film. It's so much fun. Sam Neill is so good. The kid is so good. I was just like laughing and crying from laughing, and it was tender and stupid. And Rhys Darby from Flight of the Conchords pops out of nowhere, and you're just like, I love that guy. And it's just a whole lot of fun. It's a very, very fun film. So if you like fun, silly antics and Sam Neill, you're gonna like this movie a lot. It's beautiful. It actually has. So when I went, it didn't have any negative reviews. I was really excited. It's like 100%, and a comedy that's 100% is like, what? And then I went and looked just now, and there's like one dude who's like, it's all right. It's always one dude that doesn't like joy. Always one dude. So you should go see it. It's just a barrel of fun. It made me cry in a couple of places of happiness. That's a cat's tail, by the way. She's upset because I came home late because I went to see a movie. The movie I'm now talking about with you. What else to say? So it's good. I'm not going to try to say the director's name again because I'm going to butcher it. But you heard it once, so you can look it up. This is The Hunt for the Wilderpeople. Yes, the title is strange. Yes, the film explains where the title comes from. It totally makes sense once you've seen the film. Sam Neill is fantastic. I can't believe he's 65 years old. You should go watch Dead Calm. You know who else is old? Billy Zane. Oh my god, everyone ages. That doesn't mean you shouldn't watch Dead Calm, though. Dead Calm's also very good. Philip Noyce. That's Australia, though. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I gotta go to bed. Hunt for the Wilderpeople. Very good film. Very funny. I love New Zealand. You should go watch it.